My man Mike awakens to the reality of how his Social Security benefit works. This is great. So Mike writes in, and it's just actually kind of funny because his name reminds me of a hockey player, which I won't say, but just kind of cracks me up. He said, Josh, big fan, long time. All right. I'm not good at math, but I went to the Social Security website, ran my numbers. I'm 55 and I live outside of a clown show city that no one wants to live in. I won't name the city. If he retires at 62 and he makes the same for the next 7 years, his Social Security benefit will be $22, $23 a month. Don't work for the next 7 years, i.e. no more income, my Social Security benefit will be $21, $28 a month. An extra $100 a month for working a crappy old job for the next 7 years. Retire at 67, make the same as he is right now for the next 12 years, and his Social Security benefit will be $32.15. All right? And he says retire, he means taking Social Security. Take Social Security at 67, don't work ever again. His Social Security benefit will be $3,022. So, again, if he works for an extra, 12 years, he'll make an extra about $200 a month on Social Security at 67 than if he doesn't work again. So why don't they talk about this? I retire at 55, take Social Security at 62, $25,000. It will take me 12 years to make up the $10,000. That gets a little bit too complicated for me. But anyway, the point being is once you know how Social Security works, once you got the 35 years of indexed earnings, it's going to be tough to make a whole lot more money in Social Security. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he's making like bank now. And so he's making big bucks in IT. But his first few years, he's like in the Army or something like that. So he's replacing money that he wasn't making when he was in the Army for this big bucks he's making now. My man Mike, I don't know how much he makes, but he's, if he's only going to get, what is he going to get? Full retirement, he's $3,200 a month. He's not making huge amounts of money, dude. And so it's kind of like he can sit there and stay working for another 15, 12, 10, 15, whatever you want to say, years. It's not going to increase your Social Security that much. So let's just go to myssa.gov. It'll prove it for you. So here we are at my account, ssa.gov, my account. Okay, so you're going to create an account over here. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to pause it. You can see right here. If I continue making the money I'm making until I'm 67, my monthly benefit will be $34.40. That's in today's dollars, my friends. In today's dollars. Now, it's not indexed with inflation. Just FYI. A lot of people don't get that. They discount Social Security because, like, I'm only making $3,400 a month in Social Security. If I put $5,000 a year at a 5% rate of return, they're not. This Social Security statement doesn't do that. It just says what your money is in today's dollars. If I never work again, I'll make 28, and again, never make another dollar of income that's taxed on Social Security and make basically $2,900. I'm 52. So for me to retire today, never work again, and wait till I'm 67 to take Social Security, my benefit would be $2,900. All right? If I kept slaving away, digging the ditches, being a yes man to corporate America, taking their Band-Aids, you know what I'm saying, the jabbies, and saying, yes, sir, going to DEI training, talk about CRT, basically saying, I'm not worth it. I'm a bad person because of my skin I was born in. My benefit would be $34.40. That's it. An extra $540 a month if I worked in the crappy old job until I'm 67. I'm 52 now. That's 15 years, dude. It's 15 years. If I never work again, my benefit is $2,900. I hope you see how that works. Once you have the 35 years of indexed earnings, it's going to be tough to make your benefits that much bigger. Again, unless you weren't making that much money. If you weren't making that much money in like 15 of those years, it can be, I don't want to say quite a bit bigger, but some bigger. I mean, because remember, I was in the infantry. So in 1990, still, I don't know, maybe like $8,000. That's still one of my top 35 years. So every year from then on, so basically for right now, anytime I make more than like the index equivalent, about 50,000 now, probably about 30,000 bucks, I guess. That drops those previous hardly any earning years off, if that makes sense. So if I make 150,000 this year, that's 150,000 that will take out one of my lower earning years from the previous once I hit the 35 years of indexed earnings. you have to have 35 years. But if you have 40 years of index earnings, the extra 5 years don't do anything for you unless they're dropping off the lower years of benefits. Again, I've done many videos on this, but they take the top 35. So if you had a couple years, if you have 40 years of income, only 35 count towards your Social Security, and only the top 35 count. That's it. So if you average 50,000 a year, just for simplicity, and you make 60,000 this year, it's not going to change a thing if you continue to work. Because once you have 35 years, all those extra years don't do anything. You're paying the Social Security, but you're not getting benefit back. Now, you are still making money. You don't have to draw on your portfolio. You can still put more in your 401k. I get all that. But once you have those 35 years, I cannot stress this enough. It's not going to help your Social Security. Now, that doesn't mean you quit. But you got to know this, man, because you're being harassed. If you're in a job that's, you're freaking a fireman and all this stuff, dude. You're a dangerous job. Let's say you're a roofer or something like that. You're like, man, I got to keep doing this because I need more Social Security. Do you know you have to? No. You got to look at your own stuff for yourself, but my goodness, man. And then you could say, okay, what if I don't do this? Instead, I do that over there. That's an easier job. A little bit easier on my body, on my mental state. I have a boss that's not harassing me. What if I do that instead? Will that hurt your Social Security benefit? No. Will it help your lifespan? Yes. Because it relieves some of the stress. Stress is a killer. A killer. Once you quit your crappy old job, you're like, man, now you still got stress. I stress about money all the time. That's what happens when you're born a poor boy. You stress about money. The women stress about the kids, the men stress about money. By and large, all the time. I'd say 66% of the time. The men stress about the money and the women stress out about the kids. Probably a third of the time, the women stress about the kids, stress about the money. And they still stress out the kids because the moms are always stressed about the kids, maternal instinct. But I mean, if you're stressed out, it's not good for your well-being, man. It hurts your soul. And what if you could just retire and say, I'm going to find something else to do with my time that's productive. Get out there, get that vitamin D on your beautiful, beautiful skin out there. Get some fresh air. Listen to Pablo growl at you because you want some food. I just tell you, think about it. Understand how Social Security works. Right? Love your thoughts. We'll see you. Pause here if I can, but I can't see it, Pablo. There you go.